Hello everyone and welcome back to some Phoenix Wright AAT journey. In the last episode, we managed to dug up some old dirt that happened 5 years ago, and well, we're about to face what I presume to be Dee Vasquez in court. So hopefully we'll just be able to clear our old body hammers out of any suspicion. So I think it's time to dive right into it. October 20th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom numero 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Will Powers. Hopefully this time around, because both for the YouTube people that might have not seen the episode, or for Twitch people that weren't here, the last trial didn't go that well the first time. So last time, we managed to sentence Powers to prison. And hopefully we'll just not do it this time. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. It claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edward seems to, a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss Dee Vasquez to the stand. Miss Dee Vasquez is a producer who were present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to smoke in a courtroom. Pretty sure about at least. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Dee Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. It's Yap America. Yeah. True. Because Phoenix Wright is not really set in Japan, but not really set in America or something like that. It's like this place. I think at least. It might just be Japan, but I'm not sure. Everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, that's a fancy word and a half. Do it when I'm not here. This is my favorite Edgeworth. When he's like defeated and slumping over, this is the favorite phase of Edgeworth for me. Because it seems defeated. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. Okay. Let's see here. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so I went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in the table in front of the trailer. I found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. Oh, you were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I didn't take me in that. Thought it might be risky to walk. What, with that monkey's head toppling over? Okay. Manila used his van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, to cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Alrighty then. I just wanna see what she has to say. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. We always this. Terse? The fuck does that... Yes. Oh, there. Okay. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Okay, she might be behind all this, but she's putting Edgeworth in his place, which very nice. And 4. When exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? Means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. What were you doing during that time? Don't hate your desk. Irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Oops. That's a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. He's committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish you said a little bit more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'll surely find some kind of contradiction in that what she said somewhere. Oh, that's it. That's the entire thing. Okay, the music stopped. That's usually a good thing. Huh. As I thought. You claim you had a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone had been left behind. Mr. Wright, need to remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Miss Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Now, do you see any bones there, chat? Yet there was no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. Ah, haha, Miss Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think you know how. You didn't eat the steak? You ate the bone too. Yes. You didn't eat any steak during the outbreak. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. I eat the bone. Yeah, I do too. It's like, what the fuck? How could she not eat the bone? That's a whole part of it. Good source of yeah, I know, right? It's a great source of calcium. I was like, a bit deficient. I was like, yeah, just eat some bones. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. Has Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak? She ran into the steel samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. I mean, her face, like, says it all in my opinion. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Oh no. Oh, I don't like when people have that tone in games like this. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, that samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha, you see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Yeah, because I've been kind of thinking this, and this might, like, those suits or something, plus a body, are probably pretty, you know, not like paper. And I remember from the first thing it was like, oh, it broke during rehearsal. How the fuck? And they like duct taped it together. How the fuck would something like that be able to kill someone? What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I approve, Your Honor. I can prove that this samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. I mean, just look at it. Present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that his spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a fake costume with this? Through the chest. Order. Order. Mr. Wright, where are you driving at? Think about what your... Silence. I'm the one testifying here. And I will be heard. I love that noise. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can, for a matter of fact. Why would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. He's not wrong there. The judge is very correct in that statement. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in the photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder, Miss Dee Vasquez met Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Inglando on point. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammond died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 50 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stair to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I'm pretty sure she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body? Other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Well, clearly it's by this autopsy report. No, it's the van. She did like... Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. You used a studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Oh, really now? Drive you? You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I said that. Wait, so you mean... Dee Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Oh my god, it's so awkward. It's so awkward. What the f... Who can say... Huh? Are you sure I did it? Alright, it's right. We just engaged in a battle of wits. The result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. but that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edward, your thoughts? Of course! It's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, it's no proof. Edward isn't sure. Well, came here as a witness today. If you no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? What the f... none of these seems like good options. You did it, Vasquez. Miss Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. What do I do now? Testify again? I like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! Come so far only to fail. As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Hello, Edgeworth! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting your own. I didn't. I see. Where? I thought for a second I was like, oh, Edgeworth is gonna be useful for once, and I'll throw a fucking wrench in the gearworks. And yeah, of course. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Yeah. Nick, what is Edgeworth? Who knows? It's Edgeworth. Do you think anyone like understands what goes on in his head except Edgeworth? No. Probably realized you did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. After finding the body. Okay. Let's see. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick. We're close. Real close. She may be acting tough though. But if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. So we're gonna press everything. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. Also stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Mr. Hammer in that costume, with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Didn't I just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costume? Yeah, exactly. Because remember, if you say you didn't do it, then it's true. You try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue the testimony. Miss Power was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Did you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without the steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. They often left him on the bus when shooting a location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, a spot that explains that. Well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Oh, it became awkward again. Oh no. No. Stop. Silence. Hey. Hey Nick. Why's everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The script in your direction notes? Yeah, quite valuable. I wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse or anything. Why? It was a murder after all. If you think about rehearsal... excuse me, hold up. Hold the fucking phone here. Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Thank you, Edward. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Edgeworth finally being useful. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or you think of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change the testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured. Hammer? Excuse me? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? Huh. You have to find something to pay this honor. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Is there anything we had? I mean, you knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was a Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in a run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammers. Now, why do you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Power who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Power who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to me, Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have had to been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Is this finally the Gotham moment? Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but it was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing! Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove that she had a motive? Of course I can. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as motive in the murder. The only thing I can think of is this, so this is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yeah, undoubtedly, there was a constant sort of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here. Yet you only talk about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yeah, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. It was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Ugh. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. There really isn't anything. Okay. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Seal Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady, thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, please. Yeah, she's fucking snapped it. Fuck you. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Ham was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! This sounds like some fucking lover or something, I don't know. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No, the third time! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought up about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Well, Powers was innocent. That he should be found so it's only natural. Not a miracle? Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. We did it. He looks kind of meek, not gonna lie. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20, 11:12 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Why did we... Oh. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I was glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright? Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, that's what I think. So Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... I guess this. Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, VP. Oh? Oh, haha. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth. Oh, we get. It's the first time we see a front view of Edgeworth. Holy shit. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste your time any time clothing, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gone away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Miss Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddened with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if! The rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are. I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. Oh, we don't get the backstory? Come on. It caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. I was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. It went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kinda surprised. I didn't think they could seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that VP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real weird powers. Is he a lead in a show called Pig? It's the only bad thing about my camera placement. It's just the thing here. A brand new episode has been added. We will save our progress, because we don't want to do anything. So, that's gonna be it for this episode. And yeah, we managed to prove that Will Powers wasn't guilty of murder. He didn't kill Mr. Hammer. To be fair, technically neither was Dee Vasquez, because yeah, self-defense, something like that. I don't know. But I think, yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. So, thank you guys very much for joining me, and I wish you guys a very, very nice continued evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. You're welcome. Thank you, Andy. Tip my hat to you. So, yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we start episode 4, my lady. Yes. So, until then, guys, have a good one, everybody. Stay safe, and I will see you guys then.